Alright guys, we're going to be multiplying and dividing real numbers. Y'all should already know this. It's like a review, so I'm going to kind of go through it kind of fast. We're going to review it tomorrow too, do some examples, but hold on to your hats, pause it if you need it. Definitions. First thing is reciprocals. Reciprocals. When two numbers are multiplied together and product equals 1. So when two numbers are multiplied together and their product equals 1. So like 3/4 times 4/3. You get top times top, which is 12. Let me write that down. 3/4 times 4/3. Top times top, which would be 12. Bottom times bottom, which would be 12. So 12 over 12 is 1. That's a reciprocal. They're reciprocals of each other. We're going to use that a lot in algebra, so make sure you know that one. Alright, now the bottom one. A number and its reciprocal is called a multiplicative inverse. So 3/4 and 4/3 multiplied together are called multiplicative inverses. So it's kind of like the same thing. Reciprocals, when they're multiplied together equals 1, that's what makes them reciprocals. Now those pair of numbers are called multiplicative inverses. Example. Here's another example. 2/3. Its reciprocal would be 3/2. So that when you multiply them together and you get top times top, bottom times bottom, you get 6/6, which is 1. 3, most of the time you'll see 3 like this. So to figure out its reciprocal, you're going to put it over 1, turn it basically upside down, and you get its reciprocal, 1/3. 3 times 1 is 3, 1 times 3 is 3, so you get 1. Y'all should know that by now though. So let's go on. Rules. Rules for multiplying and dividing. I kind of talked about this last year. You've got to make sure you know it this year. Only when multiplying and dividing, only when multiplying or dividing. If there is an odd number of negatives, then the answer will be negative. If there is an odd number of negatives, the answer will be negative. Everything else will be positive. So here's some examples down here. We all know that 3 times 2 is 6, right? Now how many negatives do you see? There's one negative. It's right there. So is 1 odd or even? It's odd. So since it's odd, then our answer is negative. So let's look over here. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Now let's see the negatives. We have 1, 2. 2 negatives. Since that's an even number of negatives, then it's positive. So we have a positive 24. Now you don't have to write the positive sign because it's understood. So there we go. Multiplying fractions. Y'all should all know how to multiply fractions. We've kind of already done it. You do top times top, bottom times bottom, which I say right here. Now one thing some of you might forget, always change mixed fractions into improper fractions. In algebra we deal a lot with improper fractions. So make sure you change your mixed numbers automatically to improper before you even start doing anything, especially multiplying. Once you've done that, you can multiply top times top, bottom times bottom. Example. We have a mixed fraction, so I'm going to automatically go ahead and change that. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. So it's 7/2 times 3/4. Top times top, 21. Bottom times bottom, 8. One thing that I did not tell you is that you must reduce. So, 21 over 8. Are there any multiples of 8 that will go into 21? Well, 2, 4, and 8. None of those will go into 21. So we're done. We've reduced it. Notice I didn't say change it back into an improper. No. In algebra, we leave it this way. That's it. See y'all tomorrow.